And it started on Saturday morning with a deadly crash on 281 near Bitters. Police say a woman driving northbound there hit a man on a motorcycle. That man was thrown off his bike, and he has been identified as 45-year-old Salvador Tirado of Pipe Creek in Bandera County. Now, the woman told the police that the bike looked to have been stalled or slowed down in the middle of the highway, and she could not avoid that crash. Alcohol does not seem to be a factor, and right now, no charges are pending. Then later Saturday night, a man was killed in an attempted carjacking outside a West Side restaurant. He has been identified as 48-year-old Juan Medina. This happened outside the Good News Burgers, formerly known as Papa's Burgers, on Southwest 36th Street near Castroville Road. Now, when we last checked with police, the suspects had not been caught.
Also happening Saturday night, an argument turned into a deadly shooting between two men. This happened in the parking lot of a strip center on Loop 410 near Ingram. The man in the case has not been identified yet. The suspect took off before officers got to the scene, and at last check had not been caught. Other side of town, just a couple of minutes after that deadly shooting at 410 in Ingram, officers responded to a call for a shooting at a home east of downtown on Lamar. A man was found dead in the living room of the home. Officers did take a suspect into custody and recovered the weapon believed to have been used in the crime. Charges are pending, but the motive behind that shooting is still unclear.
San Antonio police and first responders continuing to respond to deadly incidents overnight into Sunday morning. First with a wrong-way crash on Bandera Road, not far from Opeach Naval Park. Now, the wrong-way driver was killed on impact and has not been identified as of this morning. The other driver suffered serious injuries. And on the city's west side, a major crash involving two vehicles, leaving a passenger for one of the cars dead. Police trying to determine which driver is at fault. Both were evaluated for driving under the influence. Whoever is charged could be facing intoxication manslaughter. The victim in this case has also not been identified at this time.
We will continue to follow up on these deadly incidents throughout the day, and we can bring you the latest on air and online. If you haven't already, make sure you download the KSAT app and turn on notifications so you can get the latest alerts from our newsroom while you are on the go.
And that's the latest on the war in Ukraine. Russia continuing to elevate its aggression, this time attacking a military facility just 10 miles from Poland, raising concerns from allied nations.
This as Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky continues to stress the need for a no-fly zone over his country. ABC's Heike Jachi reports the facility that was attacked was previously used by the U.S. and NATO to train Ukrainian troops.
This morning, the Russian military expanding its targets, hitting this military facility in Yavoriv, just 10 miles from Poland, the closest attack to NATO's border. The city sits along a route used to supply Ukraine with Western military aid. Russian officials vowing to treat all arms shipments to Ukraine from NATO countries as legitimate military targets. 35 people killed, more than 100 wounded. The war now taking the life of an American journalist, Brent Renaud. Time releasing a statement saying, "We are devastated by the loss." This volunteer fighter painting a grim picture of mayhem.
Chaos. It was bombs coming from left and right. You're just praying to God it doesn't land near you.
The Pentagon reaffirming America's commitment to NATO.
And we take our Article 5 commitment very seriously. An armed attack against one is considered an armed attack against all.
Still defending his country by any means, Ukrainian President Zelensky pleading for a no-fly zone in his latest video. If you do not close our skies, Zelensky says, it is only a matter of time before Russian missiles fall onto NATO territory. President Biden announcing an additional $200 million in military assistance to Ukraine. And new concerns this morning over Beijing possibly providing a lifeline to Moscow. Today, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan meeting with his Chinese counterpart as a senior U.S. official tells ABC News Russia asked China for military equipment and economic assistance after the invasion began.
We are communicating directly, privately to Beijing that there will absolutely be consequences.
Today, Russia and Ukraine meet for peace talks. The Kremlin is still demanding Ukraine change its constitution to commit to not joining NATO or the European Union. Heike Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
In your other morning headlines, Iran has claimed responsibility for a missile blast that hit near a U.S. consulate complex in northern Iraq early yesterday. They say it was retaliation for an Israeli airstrike in Syria that killed two members of its Revolutionary Guard. Iraq's foreign minister summoned Iran's ambassador to protest the attack, calling it a flagrant violation of the country's sovereignty. No injuries were reported in yesterday's attack on Erbil.
Former President Barack Obama says he's feeling fine after testing positive for COVID. Now, he wrote on Twitter that his symptoms were mild with a scratchy throat. Former First Lady Michelle has tested negative. Now, the Obamas say they are both fully vaccinated and boosted. The former president hopes his case will serve as a reminder for everyone to get vaccinated if they haven't been already.
438, about 48 degrees.